Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the parasitology series. Leishmania. Leishmania is an intracellular protozoan parasite. It is a genus of trypanosomes. It is responsible for the disease leishmaniasis. Classification. Leishmania is classified into the following four parasites. Leishmania donovani. It is responsible for causing visceral leishmaniasis. That is also called as Kala Azar. Next one is Leishmania tropica. That is responsible for causing cutaneous leishmaniasis in all world countries. Leishmania mexicana. That is responsible for cutaneous leishmaniasis in Americas. Leishmania braziliensis. That is responsible for mucocutaneous leishmaniasis in Central and South America. Morphology. Leishmania exists in two forms. The first one is Amastigote and the second one is Promastigote. Life cycle of Leishmania has two stages: the saintfly cycle and the human cycle. Saintfly cycle. When the saintfly sucks blood from infected host, it ingests macrophages containing amastigotes. After dissolution of macrophages, the freed amastigotes differentiate into promastigotes in the gut. They multiply and then migrate to the pharynx and proboscis, where they can be transmitted during the next bite. The cycle in the saintfly takes approximately 10 days. Human cycle. Shortly after an infected saintfly bites a human, the promastigotes are engulfed by macrophages, where they transform into amastigotes. Amastigotes can remain in the cytoplasm of macrophages because they can prevent fusion of vacuole with lysosomes. The infected cells die and release progeny amastigotes that infect other macrophages and reticuloendothelial cells. The cycle is completed when the fly ingests macrophages containing the amastigotes. The diagrammatic representation of the life cycle of Leishmania. On the left side is the sandfly stages and on the right side are the human stages. Pathogenesis. Leishmania donovani is responsible for the disease visceral leishmaniasis, Kala Azar, or it is also called as black sickness. I'll talk about why. Causative agent is Leishmania donovani and the incubation period is 3 to 6 months. In visceral leishmaniasis, the organs of the reticuloendothelial system, liver, spleen, and bone marrow are the most severely affected organs. Reduced bone marrow activity, coupled with cellular destruction in the spleen, results in anemia, leukopenia, and thrombocytopenia. This leads to secondary infections and a tendency to bleed. The striking enlargement of spleen is due to combination of proliferating macrophages and sequestered blood cells. The marked increase in IgG is neither specific nor protective. Hyperpigmentation in the skin is caused by an increase in the melanin pigment that is responsible for the skin colors in the human.